Unique story to tell. Help us tell your stories.
We all see the negatives happening here in Trinidad and Tobago
Let us begin the conversation.
with inspiring content.
Targeting change.
Inspire TT.
Be
Be
the
the
change.
The Digital Guardian launches this all-new upgraded Digital Guardian app. This all-new upgraded Digital Guardian app gives you live news on the go. Now get real-time news faster with notifications free of charge to keep you informed on breaking stories. Customize your news feed with only articles you are interested in for easier, comfortable reading and with same convenient access to the digital paper. Visit the iOS App Store and Google Play Store to download or update the Digital Guardian app, the most credible news in TNT. Already have an account? Simply tap on the resource subscription button in settings to sign in. It's a free update.
Make sure you have yourself a great invest week by viewing The Boss Report every Monday morning at 6:15 a.m. during CNC3's The Morning Brew. You'll get sound financial advice, whether you're a new or experienced investor, when you view The Boss Report. CNC3, covering your world.
Get the nation's leading newspaper on the go by downloading the Digital Guardian app on your iOS or Android devices now and enjoy our special introductory subscription offer now on. The nation's first and best digital paper in an easy-to-read digital format. The Digital Guardian, Trinidad and Tobago's fastest growing, most subscribed and most read digital paper. Stay on top with the market leader and don't miss a beat in today's fast-paced world. Go to Apple Store or Google Play and download now.
There's a taste in the air everywhere. Feel the vibe cause it's something to share. Smooth, rich and creamy, you'll find it right here. Makes you smile, relax a while, it's fun and good cheer. Ooh, enjoy every scoop. Ooh, every taste will get you hooked. We have flavors that you love, a combination special. Come along, enjoy our treats. This is Uncle Pete's.
What is television? It seems like a simple question, but television means different things to different people. We in the Caribbean are a very unique people. That's why we need unique television. Welcome to M&E TV, where we showcase our lives in the Caribbean. M&E TV is about us, the special way we talk, the way we walk, dance, move. M&E TV is about me. It's about you. M&E TV is about our amazing Caribbean experience.
The Ascension tournament returns to the historic Arima Velodrome, one of the venues here in this tournament. We have AC Port of Spain playing WESTFORT. My name is Jovan Ravello. Alongside me for the first time in a little while is Jassy Marique. How are you doing, Jassy?
Thank you very much, Jovan. All is fine on this really great afternoon for football here at the Arima Velodrome. The skies are clear, and of course the field is a little bit parched, but I still expect quality entertainment for your viewing pleasure here today. We're going to go to highlights from last night's encounters at the La Joquita Phase 2 ground in La Joquita. And the first match on the cards featured Deportivo Point Fortin taking on Canupia FC. And right from the very beginning, this was really an exciting one. We saw Point Fortin taking the lead through Andre Pacheco, the veteran midfielder, with a goal there that put them into the lead. They would go on to win this one 2-0 with further chances there. We saw Nathaniel Garcia launching one high above the bar, but Point Fortin kept on knocking, and that man, dead ball specialist Houghton Hector, showing just why he's so deadly from that sort of position, hitting the underside of the crossbar on that occasion. Canupia came forward with their hitman, Kevon Showtime Woodley, unable to hit the target that time, but his goal scoring prowess certainly seems to have abandoned him last evening at least. Point Fortin continued to knock on a fantastic save there, drawn from the Cunupia FC stopper from Houghton Hector, again showing again why how purely he can strike the ball sometimes. In the second half, Point Fortin came ahead again, and this was once more Houghton Hector bringing the very best out of the Cunupia FC custodian, but still to no avail. This was a really good finish, take on the right foot, turning his man and then slotting past the advancing Cunupia FC goalkeeper to make it 2-0 to Point Fortin. And the more you look at it, the more beautiful it certainly becomes. Fantastic goal there scored to give Deportivo Point Fortin a 2-0 lead. Cunupia continued to try. Woodley wide on this occasion, and of course the player there admonishing him for not trying to square it. Woodley would have another chance and brought yet another great save out of the Point Fortin goalkeeper. Fingertip save that time to keep his clean sheet intact, and as mentioned, that one finished 2-0. The other encounter saw the Defence Force team in their traditional gold and blue strips bombarding the Moruga FC goal, and they eventually got one in there courtesy Jamali Garcia, the former St. Anthony's College captain. Justin Garcia rather, who represents the Trinidad and Tobago senior team. Brent Sam made it 2-0 to the Defence Force. The Army coming forward here, and a neat side-footed left foot finish from Sam to make it 2-0 to the Defence Force. They would continue to press Moruga FC in this one, and there was no shortage of goals. This time a really soft one conceded by the Moruga custodian, with Jamil Botswain bearing down, slotting it through the legs of the goalkeeper that time to make it 3-0 to the Defence Force, and they did not let up. This was a really neat play down the right side before the cross eventually came in, and it slipped through the hands of the Moruga goalkeeper, and once again there was Botswain with his second item on the evening, and really and truly the Defence Force showing just why they are one of the favorites in this competition. Another cross coming in from the right side, this time a low one, and just swiping it in was Sam for his second. And of course the Defence Force, really they went on to assert their dominance in this one with an 8-0 final score. That time it was Garcia coming in on the heels of Rayon Moore, so it's not too sure. We're still trying to decide or declare the actual goal scorer of that one. This one, really the softest of the bunch. The player at the back post there, Blackman, he didn't know too much about it, but he'll take them as they came. And in this one, the Defence Force continuing their dominance. It saw them shooting to the top of the standings with a hat-trick for Brent Sam, and they went right to the very top of the standings ahead of one of the teams set to feature this evening, Terminix La Hoqueta Rangers. It's the first time that Defence Force has led in this competition.
Yeah, a bag of goals there from the La Hoqueta Phase 1 grounds. Phase 2 ground.
Phase 2.
Yeah, I wanted to, this evening we have interviews from Brendan Creed and Cedale McLean to set the tone for this afternoon's fixture.
And it's a Port of Spain derby of sorts. AC Port of Spain versus Real Westfort United here from the Arima Velodrome. We heard from players on either side of the divide earlier this evening. So we're here with Brendan Creed of Real Westfort United ahead of a Port of Spain derby of sorts, and he also, interestingly, once was on the other side, AC Port of Spain. Brendan, a tough season so far for Real Westfort. What is the hope for today's game?
So far we've felt as though we've underperformed so far for the tournament. But going into today's game we're very confident. We went back to the drawing board this week under the guidance of the professor, Ron Afrit. And we've worked on some things that we hope to implement in the game today. We think that we'll come out, put on a good performance, and we'll come out with the 3 points.
You've won the AC Port of Spain colours before, are you having any ill intentions today?
No, it's all good. It's all love between myself and those on the AC Port of Spain side. There's no bad blood between myself and anybody on that end.
AC Port of Spain themselves have not been doing too well this season. Does this match come at the right time for you guys looking to build some momentum?
I wouldn't call it the right time, but we as a team know that there are certain games that we must win to stay on pace with those on top of the table. Right now we're mid-table, So this is a team that basically everyone on top of us, they've gotten the 3 points from. So just to make sure we stay on course, we need to get 3 points today.
And just finally, personally from this encounter, you've played all 6 games for Real Westfort, a new team. AC Port of Spain, also a relatively new team. How are you settling in on the other side?
It's been good so far. Very good vibes in the camp. Under the professor Ron Lafrey, he's really cultivated a very good environment for players. We enjoy ourselves as a team. We've really bonded and come a long way from the start. And I think as the season goes along, you'll see Real Westfort start to play some very entertaining football. We have a lot of vibrant players, and I think we'll be an exciting team to watch for the future.
Thanks a lot, Brendan Creed of Real Westfort United.
All right, thank you.
Well, on the other side of today's Port of Spain derby, AC Port of Spain, represented by Sidney McLean, one of the senior players. Tell me about the feelings within the squad going into this game.
Yeah, well, within the squad today, we have a positive feeling, because we are very low on the table, so we are trying to get the 3 points to climb up the table. The coach has given us some positive instructions to go out there and work hard together as a team collectively to obtain the 3 points to climb up the table. We're becoming very aggressive, very positive because of the position that we in. We believe that within the next 2 games, 6 points will carry us high up the table, so we are coming out very strong today.
And this is the stage of the first round of this competition where those 3 points are certainly valuable. I guess, what do you think you guys will have to do a little bit differently from your previous encounters?
Each team is different, so we try to prepare tactically for each game. We are coming out today to get some goals. That Real Westfort are higher than us, so we believe that they are beatable, so we'll try to come out here and move the ball past and move like how we are accustomed playing. We still have to be on our back foot because it's a very good team as well, and we give the professor Ron Lafrey some respect from his national duties. So he has a tactical side of the game with his team. So we just coming out here to look for the 3 points today to work very hard for this game.
2 relatively young teams within the scheme of Trinidad and Tobago football, but seasoned players on both sides. And it's as mentioned a derby of sorts. Are you guys taking that sort of atmosphere onto the field?
Yeah, well, the team are mixed with some young players, but very much experienced players as well. We have Poon who play national football. We also have the keeper who play under 20 football as well, national team. We have Kyle Bartholomew. Those are players that are seasoned as well as myself. So we try to share our experience with the younger ones, that we may have a gel on the team, so that we'll have to do some more positive things on the field. The young ones are a little hasty, but we try to get it together as one. And I believe within this derby today it will be a good fight, a good game.
All right, Ascension Football here from the Ariba Velodrome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Teams, as we look at the standings, we see today's teams at number 9 on the table is AC Port of Spain with 3 points. They're on a 3-match losing streak, and they're hoping to improve in this match. Number 6, Real Westfort United. They started really well. They've faltered a little bit, and they are looking to get back on track. At the top of the standings, as mentioned before by Jassy, Defence Force tops the league. Terminix Lorcata Rangers will look to overthrow them. They play later this afternoon. Police are 3rd, Cunupia 4th, Deportivo PF are 5th, Central are 7th, Central Soccer World are 8th, and Maruga are at the bottom on 0 points.
The Real Westfort lineup now is on your screen, and the professor Ron Lafrey, he's made some changes to his lineup. Interestingly, he's relegated young Poon Lewis to the bench, Jack Poon Lewis to the bench, and taking his spot in goal is Theon Brown. They'll play 4 across the back. Brendan Creed is at right back. Cornel Thomas, the sturdy and ever reliable number 5, will anchor their defense just behind Osei Charles. Kyron Khan is at left back. Karen Cummings is deployed in a deeper role as than he's really accustomed to this afternoon. The number 10, silky smooth left footer. Rondell Gibson will flank him on the right, and Sean De Silva on the left. Elijah Belgrave will play just behind a front 2 of Akil Morris and Cordell Samuel for the Real Westfort team. We'll be looking at the AC Port of Spain lineup in just a short bit, and also they have also made a couple changes. Interestingly enough, we mentioned Jack Poon Lewis on the side of Real Westfort. He'll be on the bench this afternoon, but in the starting position for AC Port of Spain. In goal is Jadel Poonlewis, two brothers in that household, goalkeepers on either side of the Port of Spain divide, so to speak, this afternoon. Maurice Ford and Malik Mirez will partner each other in defense. In center of defense, Shaquille Edwards, Kareem Eastman will partner them as well, and Shea Benny, Michel Punanjero and Anthony Charles form the spine of that midfield as we see kickoff here from the Arima Velodrome. It's AC Port of Spain in that red and black trim taking on Real Westfort United in all blue. It's going to be a really interesting one, a feisty one if I may say so, if I make some early predictions, because as mentioned, this is a Port of Spain derby, both teams hailing from that various parts of that capital city. Of course, Real Westfort more representative of the Western Peninsula, more so than AC Port of Spain, which is more centrally based in terms of its geographic location within the capital city of Port of Spain, Jovan.
Yeah, talented players on both sides of the divide. As you mentioned before, they'll be very familiar. A lot of them would have played in the North Zone as youths, even in Intercol coming up. So we expect to see a very keen contest between these two teams this afternoon.
So it's an early throw in here for Real Westfort, and that was Brendan Creed overseeing the duties. It's gone to Gibson now, and he plays it all the way back to Thomas. They are trying to get their feet on the ball here, AC Port of Spain, and really good work there to eventually spread it wide. This is the player Shaquille Edwards playing on the right of the defense, but they lose it again, and here come Real Westfort. Sadale McLean, who we heard from earlier, former Caledonia AIA player, making some progress along the right, and this is Jaden Prowl. He lined up an early shot, and watching it go wide, Kean Brown, he had his angles covered that time, but certainly good intention shown there by AC Port of Spain coming forward through that man, Jaden Prowl.
Yeah, good sighter for Prowl and for the AC Port of Spain team. They really need to settle down a little earlier in this match as we see the goalkeeper recovering the ball for Westfort. I think the team that settles first at this ground will prosper in this first half.
Just a bit of a equipment change there. The ball recovered by Brown seemed not to meet the regulation in terms of the PSI for the for this level of football at least. He'll oversee the goal kick here now. As mentioned, these two teams looking to get some points out of this encounter. Real Westfort a little bit higher up in the standings, in 6th position, and 3 points will certainly do their ambitions well, but it's AC Port of Spain in the meantime looking the more ambitious, certainly the more intentful, and this is a ball coming in from Shea Benny, easily gathered there by Brown.
Yeah, particularly dry looking Arima Velodrome pitch as the dry season has decided to join us finally after a couple of rainy weeks. So we'll see how these teams get along on this kind of surface. It's nothing that they're too unfamiliar with. They would have played in Port of Spain. They know what the Savannah is like, and they would have dealt with these conditions before. Yeah, it's going to make today's encounter that much more difficult in terms of trying to settle and play that possession style that we know the Professor Ron Lafray, particularly of Real Westfort, likes to employ. It's going to be difficult for them, and already they're on the back foot here with AC Port of Spain inching their way forward. They have a throw in here, and this is Shaquille Edwards. It's going to go long, it seems. Aiming this one towards Prowl, but it's now with Punanjaron, and he gets it back to Edwards. And it's all the way back now for AC Port of Spain, their defensive pairing, center defensive pairing, and that's a foul. Belated whistle, but it was a foul from the moment we saw young Akil Morris come in there with the tackle on Malik Mirez. He seems to be struggling to get back to his feet. That's Kareem Eastman, actually. He seems to be struggling to get back to his feet. But the referee signaling that there's no need for any medical attention, urgently at least. Just, you know how the bottom of the studs could sometimes inflict
a very, very painful experience, even if it's just a nick, Jovan.
Yeah, even if unintentional as well. It's one of the hazards of being a footballer. Here we see the contact, just kind of raking across the front of his foot. Nothing too much.
So plays back on the way here. AC Port of Spain in possession, bringing it forward here and spreading it wider to Eastman. Good interchange. But just dwelling a bit, waiting on the ball to drop there. It's with Gibson now for Real Westfort. And this is a good ball looking for the run of Sean De Silva. He has the quality in these sort of areas, and we see he's just bided his time there in favor of earning Real Westfort's first corner kick of this first half. It's 5 minutes gone, just over 5 minutes gone. 0-0 between AC Port of Spain and Real Westfort, and he seems to also have a complaint about the pressure of the ball in use.
Yeah, especially like we said, on this surface they'll need a very firm ball. We already see some players struggling to move the ball out of their feet as the corner comes in. It's dropped by the keeper.
This is Jadal Poon Lewis looking now to set his left winger, Said Charles, on his way, but well read and well dealt with by the Real Westfort defense. It's a bit of a ping-pong sort of exchange so far with, as you mentioned, Jovan, both teams sort of struggling so far to get the ball down and hold on to it as they would like on this very tricky, hard and firm surface here at the Arima Velodrome.
Yeah, but as soon as the first team to master the conditions, I think will have a better go of things. Eventually, both teams would want to show their ability to play anywhere. You have to play on the surface that you are. You have to play the team in front of you as well.
And both teams will have to deal with these conditions here today. So it's no excuse. They'll have to do as best as they could, either team. And this is Prowl now on the prowl, so to speak, for AC Port of Spain. He's looking now for the support of McLean. This is a good ball through to Michel Punangeron. He's in a good position and gets the cross in, but it's well defended in the end by Real Westfort. It's Cornel Thomas, I think, was making a stretch there to keep that away from the AC Port of Spain attackers bearing down, including Che Benny. And this is a good switch of play to De Silva. He's playing wide on the left. He usually deployed more centrally, but I remember looking at this young man in the college's game several years back, and he was as tiny as they come, but certainly full of heart, and he caused no end of trouble for his opponents in the north zone of the SSFL, certainly looking to roll back the years on that wide left position today.
Heart accounts for a lot in football, especially in matches with this amount of emotional baggage attached to it. So we'll see how that plays out as well.
This is Cordell Samuel. He's so far been the man that Real Westfort has depended on to bag the goals. Unable to get his handle on that one, and it's back into the clutches of young Jadal Poon Lewis. He bowls it out to Mirez. This is Punangeron now dropping deep. And Prowl unable to take that one on his chest. It runs out for a Real Westfort throw-in. De Silva will leave this one behind for Kyron Khan coming forward.
Yeah, and De Silva really one of the players that we'll be looking at to make the difference for Real Westfort.
He's playing a little bit more away from his midfield partner in crime, Karen Ballpest Cummings, this afternoon. Ballpest given a deeper sort of deep-lying playmaking role by Ron Laforet this afternoon with De Silva out left. We'll see how that goes. It certainly gives him a lot more space to and we see him on the screen now. It certainly gives him a bit more space to weave his magic, but I think the protection that the defense would not come from Karen Cummings in that position.
I think, like you said, space is what I think they're trying to get for him. It has been a little difficult. I think with another player in Sean De Silva on the pitch, he should have it a little easier, but that is not saying anything about the AC Port of Spain plans for both players. They're good quality. They have a sort of ESP on this field. They can link up really well, and here they come down the left side again.
This is Gibson looking to cut this one back to De Silva. It's a firm shot just on the outside of his right boot and screwed it wide, so to speak. Poon Lewis seemed to be in a little bit of bother at that opportunity there for De Silva, but in the end, he's unable to hit the target, and the scores remain 0-0 here from the Arima Velodrome. Sean De Silva, you know he has that sort of quality from that range. A good cutback there from Rondell Gibson, and De Silva is just unable to make the kind of connection he would have wanted to trouble Poon Lewis in goal for AC Port of Spain.
Yeah, both teams with their first sighters of goal, so we can expect them to improve as the game goes along, and we see De Silva, the man with the last attempt.
They win it high now, Real Westfort, as the AC Port of Spain defense seem to be dwelling a little bit, but unable to make good use of that opportunity. Akil Morris was the player attempting to get on the end of that cross from Cordell Samuel. It runs out of play for AC Port of Spain goal kick. Teamwork makes the dream work, as we see Poon Lewis asking for some assistance in getting his laces knotted. Eastman is the man there rendering assistance. He decides he'll go long with his goal kick. As we saw on the previous attempt at the goal kick, the short goal kick, they conceded possession pretty close to their own goal, and Poon Lewis, coming into this team for the first time, is not willing to take any further chances. This is Punanjaran to Shea Benny. Good turn, but unable to shake Gibson. This is a ball played forward now to Said Charles, and Osei Charles on the other side of the Port of Spain divide, as I like to call it, making the interception before ball pest. We know he's not too comfortable on his right foot. He adopted the old mantra there of when in doubt, kick it out.
Safety is best, especially where he's playing this afternoon. You'd want to take care of the ball a little better, but on that occasion, just doing the best thing for the team.
The officials for this afternoon's encounter are Joel Cox taking charge with the whistle. Assistant referee 1, Roshan Daliram, and assistant referee 2, Yaren Gosain. Dennis Changia is the 4th official.
Meaty challenges coming in the midfield here. Both teams try to win that midfield battle. It's going to be a key area again for them this afternoon. This is AC POS attempting to get out of their final third.
So moving up on quarter of an hour gone, both teams are able to get their first looks at goal, however unable to really make any real impact on the scoreline. It's still 0-0, AC Port of Spain in red and black taking on Real Westfort United in blue. Here come AC Port of Spain now with Punanjaran. He's looking for the overlap of Said Charles. He gets there ahead of his man, Brendan Creed, who's struggling, and a good ball played back towards the penalty area, but no one was there to give it the needful touch and turn it into a goal. A really good left-sided development there from AC Port of Spain, and that man Said Charles with a long bursting overlap and subsequent cutback.
Yeah, good play from AC POS. They've shown better control of the ball. Shot just going wide from Che Benny. Showed better control. They've shown a little more composure in the attack.
And on these signs, I mean, football is a funny old game, but on these signs, it seems as though AC Port of Spain certainly have mastered the conditions a little bit quicker than their opponents, Real Westfort United, this afternoon. Jovan, as you mentioned, the team that does master these conditions will certainly have a greater impact in the final outcome of this one. Interestingly enough, they're not trying to take too many touches. We're seeing a lot of those one-time passes, wall passes, a lot of flicks that will certainly allow for them to move the ball around a bit faster rather than trying to hold on too much. The ball can get stuck in these dry conditions. There are a lot of patches about, and certainly they've looked deliberate in their intention to move the ball around a bit faster.
Yeah, really smart from them to get the ball out of their feet. Like you said, the ball can stick, so it's incumbent on them to get that ball out of their feet and really play those one touches. It also helps them to get past the Westfort defense a lot faster.
So this is a good chance. Che Benny will attempt to whip this one in with his left foot, and it is a good ball indeed on the head of Punanjaran, but Theon Brown able to gather before the threat of Jaden Prowell arrived. A good ball there, great delivery actually from Che Benny onto the head of one of the smaller men on the field, Punanjaran. He got his header in, but unable to get the direction and the power necessary to beat Theon Brown.
Yeah, but a well-positioned small man is just as good as a tall man in the box. Last week we saw Keyshawn St. Rose scoring a header, a header that Phil Mox, one of our commentators on the team, has become a viral sensation because of it. So we're looking for great things from the short men as well as the taller creative players in this game.
One of them being Cordell Samuel for the Real Westfort unit. Unable to really get any sights of goal himself so far, but definitely he's not one to discount. As we see AC Port Spain coming forward again. This is an intelligent ball played by Punanjaran. It's onto Prowell's left foot and he chips it over Brown, and it just narrowly misses that far corner. A really good attack, and once again AC Port Spain showing their intentions to move the ball around a bit quicker rather than dwelling on it, and that opened up a chance there for Prowell. Punanjaran with a really incisive pass through the channels onto the run of Jaden Prowell.
Yeah, Punanjaran looks to be floating a lot across the front of this AC Port of Spain attack. Good shot there from Prowell. Good attempt. He had two options, but I guess those players would not fault him for taking a pop.
This is Rondell Gibson for Real Westfort into the feet of Ball Pest Cummings. A great switch of play again to De Silva, and an even better touch to bring Kyron Khan into the attack. Here he is again. Khan cuts inside of his man. He's looking for Cummings, and Cummings will look for the far post, but no one is there. Akil Morris hadn't arrived just yet, and it's an easy ball to deal with for Poon Lewis.
We all know how well Cummings, man known as Ball Pest, can pass the ball. So far it's been AC Port of Spain all the way.
Again, really good interplay there between Punanjaran and Said Charles. But this is Che Benny. He has Prowell ahead of him. Thomas will have to make the tackle. It's a good save by Brown, but this is Said Charles now following up. He's waiting on support and lays this one back now, but it's unable to get off a shot there. The man arriving was Anthony Charles. AC Port of Spain still coming forward. Real Westfort will want to sort themselves out from a defensive perspective, but here they are now looking to bring it forward. The man holding up play, Cordell Samuel, and he gets it in field now to Brendan Creed. And once again turning over possession. Will Said Charles get his foot onto this one? He does, but not ahead of Osei Charles. And just like that, it's going the other way. That is a foul. The referee thought about blowing, but in the end decided against it. And this is De Silva trying to get onto the loose ball. And a flailing arm there seemed to catch the player tracking back Shaquille Edwards. De Silva offers a hand of apology, but as you know, in the game these days, any injuries that seem to be concerning the head, the face, etc., the referee is obliged to stop play and see to it that the player gets the treatment necessary.
Yeah, smart play from De Silva to wait on the defender to get the contact. Just a loose arm there. Taking out Edwards. He's all right. He's on his feet. Already looking to re-enter the match.
20 minutes gone in this one from the Arima Velodrome. It's AC Port of Spain versus Real Westfort United in this, the Ascension tournament of Trinidad and Tobago. It's match week number 7, and both of these teams looking to get points that will push them further up the standings. This is Said Charles, and another player is down holding his face. Brendan Creed there. Certainly there seems to be blood. The bloody lip, and he's explaining to the referee that there might have been a deliberate or more sinister motive about this injury that he has sustained.
Still trying to make his case even while receiving treatment. Doesn't look to want to exit the pitch, but he has to. Of course, the guidance is that bleeding must stop before he begins playing again.
A real warrior he is, former Trinidad and Tobago under 17 and under 20 player. He captained those teams as well, and also captained Fatima College during his time there. So, you know, from what I know of the player, he's not one to really give up, but certainly he'll keep in mind that injury, and whoever the player was that dealt him the blow might feel some chomping at his heels.
All's fair in football and war.
Meanwhile, Real Westfort trying to come forward. AC Port of Spain doing well to repel that attack, and a booming clearance meets the head of Osei Charles, but Westfort get it back now. This is Cummings deciding to slow the play a little bit, but AC Port of Spain really putting in the tackles. Winning the ball high up the pitch there was Eastman.
Yeah, great energy from ACPOS on both assignments this afternoon, both defense and attack. Last week they looked a little flat against Police. They lost 5-1. They're on a, of course, 3-game losing streak, having drawn their first 3 matches. So they'll be looking to improve and to find some points again. This is a good sign from them so far in this match with only 23 minutes gone.
So far, Jaden Prowell has had 2 opportunities. Shea Benny had a shot as well for the AC Port of Spain team as they continue to gradually assert themselves on this one. Real Westfort, they did have a shy at goal as well through Sean De Silva. But on all indication, it seems as though AC Port of Spain is the team that looks a little bit more comfortable at this stage in the match at the Arima Velodrome. It's not an easy surface, and certainly the conditions are testing the skill and the touch of the players.
It's on occasions like these that your quality really has to shine through. Looking for some quality from the Westfort team. They're yet to show their true potential. Certainly can't be counted out just yet in this match. You see one of the main protagonists this afternoon, Shea Benny, the creative heart of this AC Port of Spain team. He's playing just behind Prowell, who's a lone striker this afternoon. Karen Cummings, a bit deeper, he delivers this free kick.
And it's De Silva. So just as we were saying, AC Port of Spain had this, they had a comfortable handle on this match, but you can't discount that pair. Karen Cummings with the free kick from a really deep position, aiming it, sparing it towards the back post where Sean De Silva was waiting willingly to knot that one in off the first post. And Poon Lewis is beaten for the first time in this competition coming into this this AC Port of Spain lineup.
ACPOS won't want to see this highlight. Here's De Silva ghosting in on the far post and just getting his header in off the post.
A rudimentary effort there, as any coach would tell you, just keep your eyes on it. And there were some buddies going up in front of him, but he definitely kept his eye on it and just whipped his head enough to sneak that one past Jadel Poon Lewis in goal for AC Port of Spain.
And there's that ESP we spoke about earlier with Pest and De Silva linking up again. It's very far from the pitch, but they seem to connect on a cellular level. Connected they did for that opening goal. 1-0 after 25 minutes.
And here they come again. So a goal certainly seems to have breathed life into their play. And it's goal number 2, but it's waved off for offside. It seemed to be a really close decision as Cornel Samuel put De Silva through on goal and he finished, but the flag went up and the referee has brought that one back for offside.
We'll have to check with the VAR team on this one. Look to be on De Silva.
AC Port of Spain would certainly breathe a sigh of relief that that goal did not count, because just as they were trying to find themselves and find rhythm again after conceding the first one, just a couple minutes earlier, it seemed as though De Silva was doubling the lead there for Real Westfort.
Yeah, and after a really good start, AC Port of Spain are chasing the game against Westfort. We said their quality would shine through, and here they come again.
This is Prowell clipping this one over to the near side here to Saeed Charles, and his whipped cross is beating everyone except McLean, who chases diligently but can't keep it in.
McLean was having a word with the linesman, earning himself first caution of this match. Card from referee Joel Cox for dissent.
So as things stand, Real Westfort, out of nothing really, they hold a 1-0 lead in this one after AC Port of Spain enjoyed the better of the exchanges in the first 25 minutes or so of this one. And here they come again, Real Westfort, through De Silva and Cordell Samuel. I would have loved to have a second look at that opportunity for De Silva, which was flagged off for offside. It looked really close from our position, but the referee, the linesman rather, on this near side, the assistant referee, that is Yaren Gosain, with the call. And here it is again. The ball played in from Morris into Belgrave, actually. It was slipping this ball in through to De Silva. And that did not seem offside to me, Jovan.
Yeah, not to me either. Referee Gosain is very sure of it. There we see him in the picture. He stands by his decision, and the referee trusted his judgment. But to us, it looked to be 2-0 to Westfort.
You don't get those back. And hopefully it doesn't come back to haunt this Westfort team. They need the 3 points just as much as AC Port of Spain, but definitely Real Westfort, from a position of 6th in the standings, will do well to come away with 3 points today after the indications of the opening 25 minutes of this one. They didn't look threatening or at all close to taking a lead, but here we are. They lead 1-0, approaching half an hour's play gone.
Yeah, and it's a credit to De Silva, even though he didn't look to be settled where he's playing in the lineup. It was a great header from him. Did all the basics, like you said, to get the lead. I'd like to see a little more involvement from Cummings in the midfield, of course. He's known for his exploits a little higher up, so a bit more conservative this afternoon, even though he does have the assist.
Yeah, he's certainly not featured as prominently as we're accustomed to, but a player of his quality and stature, all he needs is one opportunity, and it came via that free kick, which he floated in really invitingly onto the head of De Silva for that goal just a few short minutes ago.
Yeah, ACPOS won't want to give away anything else. And speaking of giveaways, here's another opportunity for WESTFORT.
Dealt with really well by Said Charles and company, and Said Charles comes away with it now. He has Shea Benny ahead of him. He'll forego that option, and he's just badged off the field by Osei Charles, his namesake. And the referee will have a discussion, although he's arguing that he used his shoulder, which would make it legal, but I don't think shoulder to chest is counted as legal in this game.
Yeah, that's a lot of shoulder. Just throwing his weight around there. The the WESTFORT defender. Shea Benny will take this free kick.
He had one earlier from a similar position and was able to whip one in nicely onto the head of Michel Punanjaran. He'll be looking to aim perhaps at someone with a little bit more notoriety at heading the ball. As we see Punanjaran towards the top of the 18-yard stop, starting his run from a little bit deeper. And this one goes all the way through to McLean, and he flashes a shot through. It's repelled, and a good-looking cross in here from Shaquille Edwards. Nodded just wide, or was that a save? The man coming in on the fast stick there, I think, was Kareem Eastman. Or was it actually Malik Mirez? But Tion Brown, the goalkeeper for Real WESTFORT, able to get enough of a touch to keep it out of that far corner. It'll be Benny again to oversee this set piece. And this is Brown. Nervy moments there as it was curling back towards goal, but he did well enough to get his hand on it before distributing, looking for the run of Samuel or De Silva upfield. This is a good ball, and De Silva is in again. And again, the assistant referee's flag goes up, but that was a really inviting ball there from Cordell Samuel, and De Silva coming in from his wide left position, sneaking in, and he seems to be causing some problems, making those runs in around the back.
It's a very good cross from the right side. De Silva, like you said, a real goal threat in this match for Real WESTFORT. A lot more action than we've seen from him in previous incarnations in the penalty box.
A really good touch there from Karen Cummings to Creed. He does well enough to retain possession. This is Gibson with a good turn as well. And it's with Cummings again, just teasing Prowell, who was on his heels there, and gets it out to Karen Khan.
Yeah, he's the type of player that doesn't encourage any defender to have too much confidence in tackling him.
Khan just ran out of real estate there, and this is AC Port of Spain now in possession. They'll stroke it around a bit, looking for the opportunities. All the way back to Jadal Poon Lewis, and now to Malik Myries. And he just gives it away now. It's in the possession of Osei Charles for Real WESTFORT. Brendan Creed into Cummins, and Cummins is looking to clip this one over the top into the feet of Akil Morris. He does well to spin his man, bringing in Belgrave there, and he just overruns it a bit. A good stop there from the AC Port of Spain defender. Intervening there was the man coming in from that central defending position. It's with Pest now, and he's trying to play a bit of footsie. But in the end, concedes a throw-in to AC Port of Spain.
Yeah, really good defending there from the AC Port of Spain centre-back. Two good tackles. He showed great awareness to win the second. As WESTFORT try to build again.
So just about 10 minutes left in the first half of play here between AC Port of Spain and Real Westfort United. It's Westfort United with the goal. Sean De Silva netting in the 24th minute for Real Westfort against the run of play. And certainly he's had a couple more opportunities to add to his tally and to his team's tally this afternoon, both of which were flagged for offside.
Yeah, it should have been on a hat-trick. I think the real duel between De Silva and referee Gosign is one to watch this afternoon. He'll want to not be as well-timed in his runs.
Here come AC Port of Spain. This is a good ball. Benny to Prowell. Prowell will take his time, and a good save advancing off his line there was Tion Brown. Remember, he's come into the starting 11 this afternoon for Real Westfort, and certainly showing his head coach, Ron Laforet, that he's made a good decision, but he's gone down in pain here, clutching his left leg as Prowell was bearing down on goal. He seemed to hold on to it a tad bit too long, for my liking at least, and certainly allowed Brown to advance and make a really good save there to preserve his clean sheet.
Yeah, that was really great patience from Prowell. He took his time, he settled himself, but well denied there by Mr. Brown, who is receiving treatment. Here we see that opportunity, a great ball through the middle. Prowell had the whole goal, but Brown did well to close down the space and keep him out. Eyes on the ball, using his leg there to keep the clean sheet. Got a reward, a peg for it, but he'll be really happy to keep it at 1-0. Prowell would be very disappointed that he didn't bag that one. Very good sequence again as AC Port of Spain begin their road back into this match. They trail to a Sean De Silva goal, but don't look too panicked.
Here come AC Port of Spain again. This is Eastman ahead to Kunanjaran. He's defended well by Osei Charles, but he can't prevent the cross from coming in. This is Benny with a good first touch. Prowell with the juggle. Oh, wow. What a chance there for AC Port of Spain, and really good play between Benny and Prowell once again.
Yeah, that one should go into the almost column. It's one of the better almost goals that we've seen for the tournament. Just shaving the post there from Mr. Prowell. Looks due to get a goal this afternoon. Two really good opportunities there. This is good control. Ball that could have proven difficult from Che Benny. Just one timing it for him. Two defenders in attendance. He almost found that far post. Very good effort from Mr. Prowell.
A prolific goal scorer at his time at the youth level for Trinidad and Tobago, as well as for his college team, St. Anthony's College. Certainly looking to bring that to bear this afternoon. Coming close on a couple of occasions, but unable to hit the target just yet. Again, this is Real Westfort. De Silva with a good clipped ball, looking for the leap of Cordell Samuel. He's unable to get a substantial touch, and it runs out of play for a goal kick. So this match really coming to life in the last few minutes here at the Arima Velodrome, and it certainly has drawn this man off of his seat, the Real Westfort United head coach, Ron Laforet. Real Westfort coming forward again. This is De Silva to Samuel. Unable to sway the referee into giving them a throw in on that far side there, AC Port of Spain. And this is a long throwing, asking Poon Lewis to come and deal with it, and he does so confidently amid a heap of bodies, and he was able to command his space there as a goalkeeper should, and that would certainly reassure his defenders that he has them covered in times of danger. This is Sai Charles to Punanjaron. They're asking for a free kick. It comes now.
Yeah, the defender just coming through Sai Charles' back. ACPOS again giving it away in front of their goalkeeper. Won't be too happy with that.
Real Westfort coming forward gradually, ever so gradually in this one, but that cross looking for the run of De Silva, who certainly looks to be, if not their target man, the danger man for Real Westfort coming forward. And there are some remonstrations coming now from the AC Port of Spain bench. This is good play here from Westfort. Again, engineered by that man, Karen Cummings. AC Port of Spain, this is McLean. To Anthony Charles. And Miles York unable to keep it in. So that thread of former collegiate standouts continue. Miles York, former St. Mary's College captain, doing yeoman service in the defensive line of this AC Port of Spain team, allowing them to come forward now. Here's Side Charles. He's not had a bad game at all, especially against that man, Osei Charles, who badges him out of the way again, but not illegally, so says the referee. And it's Akil Morris now to clear the lines for Real Westfort United.
Yeah, really good stuff from Saeed Charles here on the left side of this ACPOS attack. It's been pretty solid. Probably want to have a little more effect on the scoreline. So far, so good from him.
He's given Benny an option here, but he chooses instead to go to Anthony Charles. He loses out, and again Westfort come forward, and once more they're looking for De Silva, unable to get onto the end of that one. Overhit by Khan. And with just about 2 minutes left in this opening half of this Ascension tournament encounter between AC Port of Spain and Westfort United, it is Real Westfort United with a 1-0 lead thanks to Sean De Silva. It doesn't at all do justice to the sort of play that we've seen from AC Port of Spain, however, as they have continued to threaten. And on this occasion, Che Benny is hustled out of it by Akil Morris doing the defending there for Real Westfort.
Yeah, ACPOS can't feel too badly about the first half that they've had. So far, they've created some good opportunities. Benny has been involved in the right areas that his coach would want to see him play. They just haven't had that deadly finishing touch that they so desperately need this afternoon.
And here he is again asking Prowell to chase this one. He does, and his attempted cross is snuffled out, but they are still in possession, AC Port of Spain. This is Eastman. He'll look ahead. There aren't too many options, but he's asking Creed to do a bit of defending there, and he does so well enough. And it's Real Westfort coming forward. Turning his man there was Cordell Samuel, but held back by Malik Myries.
A very good professional foul there to stop the progress by Myries. Ballpest again stands over this free kick.
Doubt he'll be able to produce what he did earlier on for the goal from that sort of position, but he does cause some confusion in the AC Port of Spain defense. Dale McLean there back on defensive duty. He thought he could have nodded it back to his goalkeeper. In the end, though, concedes a corner kick, and it's from these sort of positions that we know Real Westfort United can be dangerous with the sort of dead ball quality that they do possess in the likes of Cummings and De Silva, who will oversee the operations this time, and the heading ability of persons like Cordell Samuel. It's certainly uncomfortable moments to end this first half. Poon Lewis does well enough to punch this one, as we see the fourth official indicating that there will be 1 minute of additional time towards the end of this first half between AC Port of Spain and Real Westfort United in the Ascension tournament. This is Belgrave all alone, slips it into Morris, but the assistant referee again is alert to the springing of the offside trap there by Morris, and it's going to be a free kick for AC Port of Spain.
Yeah, good eyes from referee Gosine. We've been advised by our resident VAR panel that he did spot that the silver run there. We see an audacious attempt just going wide, causing some heart tremors for the AC POS keeper, Jadel Poon Lewis. Referee calls this match to a pause for halftime. It's 1-0 for Westfort versus AC Port of Spain. How do you feel about that first half, Jassy?
My emotions are mixed in this one. I think that AC Port of Spain, their halftime talk will certainly aim to boost them, because they've not played too badly at all. But Real Westfort United with a 1-0 lead in this one will certainly look to drive some nails further in the coffin of their Port of Spain neighbors.
Yeah, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back with first half highlights as we see the teams heading in. Please stay with us and join us shortly.
What is television? It seems like a simple question, but television means different things to different people. We in the Caribbean are very unique people. That's why we need unique television. Welcome to M&E TV, where we showcase our lives in the Caribbean. M&E TV is about us, the special way we talk, the way we walk, dance, move. M&E TV is about me. It's about you. M&E TV is about our amazing Caribbean experience.
It's here at a newsstand near you. It's the Guardian Lucky Number Draw. Your daily chance to win $1,000 instantly when you purchase the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian. It's quick and easy for your chance to win. A unique number will be printed at the back of each Guardian newspaper daily. Purchase your Guardian newspaper, then join JW for the daily Guardian Lucky Number Draw, the winning number on just before the nightly news on CNC3. If the number drawn matches the unique number at the back of your Guardian newspaper, then $1,000 is yours. Just bring the winning Guardian newspaper and a picture ID to Guardian Media Limited. You have until 3 p.m. the following workday to claim your prize. It's the Guardian Lucky Number Draw. Your daily chance to win. NLCB approved.
Are you at home feeling isolated? Don't worry.
Welcome back to the Arima Velodrome. It's 1-0 at halftime. WESTFORT in the lead. Let's see how the first half went.
Real WESTFORT with the opportunity there of corner kick whipped in by Sean De Silva. Handled well enough by Jadel Poon-Lewis, and then we saw De Silva coming in again there with another opportunity from the cutback from the cutback there from.
Yeah, and a really good first opportunity there for Real WESTFORT. A good chance there for De Silva, but the AC Port of Spain team came back the other way, putting Theon Brown, or employing him. It's a good shot there. Again, De Silva heavily involved, looking for the scraps off of the defender, just making contact with his face and very apologetic. But then the moment that he was looking for, great ball from Karen Cummings. A great goal there by Sean De Silva to make it 1-0. Real WESTFORT. A bit of controversy here, a bit of decision making had to be done by the referee. Go sign. Ball there for De Silva. Looked to be his second, but he was rightly adjudged offside. There's Prowell on the other end. Should have made it 1-1. Did everything right except get past that keeper, Mr. Brown. Another great chance here for AC Port of Spain. For Prowell again. Great control and just missing that far post. So 1-0 is how the first half ended. You see the players warming up. We are going to take another break. We'll be back with an interview with the second half. My apologies. See you soon.
Without you, I could lose my mind. Without you, I could keep on like that. Without you, I could keep on my mind.
We will bring the world to you. The nation's first and leading newspaper, the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian, is extending a special home delivery for 30 days for just $99. Yes, for just $99, you can get the TNT Guardian newspaper, the fastest growing and most read newspaper, most credible and highest reader value, and voted tops for best publication by more readers than any other newspaper, delivered to your home. It's easy to subscribe to our home delivery. Simply call us now at 225-4465, extension 4274, and speak to one of our customer service representatives, and we will bring the world to you.
We are the fourth estate. We educate, we inform, and we hold those in authority, politicians, business leaders, and others, to account.
Connecting the public to the truth drives our purpose here at CNC3. When we stand behind a desk every single night, a lot of people don't know that we're a huge part of the news process. We eat, breathe, and sleep news. And that reflects in everything that we do as a news team.
Every day we tell the stories of people's journey through life. Stories of their success, stories of their sadness, stories of their grief, stories of their glory. We're the mirror in which society looks at itself.
When a storm is coming, everyone always thinks worst case scenario, and sometimes it may just be a brief shower or two. It's not always going to be a green veil level event. So it's important to have the most credible and accurate information coming from a verified source.
Welcome, you're watching the 7 o'clock news on CNC3.
Calling all filmmakers, producers, content creators, influencers, and recording artists. If you're looking to rent a versatile studio space with green screen, video wall, cyclorama, and more, look no further. GM Labs is here to make your dreams a reality. Located in the heart of Port of Spain on St. Vincent Street, GM Labs is your one-stop shop for all your creative needs with over 2,800 square feet to work with. Take your creative concept to the final product at GM Labs. Give us a call or WhatsApp or message us on our Instagram and Facebook pages at GM Labs TT.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Help us tell your stories.
We all see the negatives happening here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Let us begin the conversation
with inspiring content.
Targeting change.
Inspire TT. Be the change.
The Digital Guardian launches this all-new upgraded Digital Guardian app. This all-new upgraded Digital Guardian app gives you live news on the go. Now get real-time news faster with notifications free of charge to keep you informed on breaking stories. Customize your news feed with only articles you are interested in for easier, comfortable reading and with same convenient access to the digital paper. Visit the iOS App Store and Google Play Store to download or update the Digital Guardian app, the most credible news in TNT. Already have an account? Simply tap on the resource subscription button in settings to sign in. It's a free update.
Make sure you have yourself a great invest week by viewing The Boss Report every Monday morning at 6:15 a.m. during CNC3's The Morning Brew. You'll get sound financial advice, whether you're a new or experienced investor, when you view The Boss Report. CNC3, covering your world.
Get the nation's leading newspaper on the go by downloading the Digital Guardian app on your iOS or Android devices now and enjoy our special introductory subscription offer now on. The nation's first and best digital paper in an easy-to-read digital format. The Digital Guardian, Trinidad and Tobago's fastest growing, most subscribed and most read digital paper. Stay on top with the market leader and don't miss a beat in today's fast-paced world. Go to Apple Store or Google Play and download now.
There's a taste in the air everywhere. Feel the vibe cause it's something to share. Smooth, rich and creamy, you find it right here. Makes you smile, relax a while, it's fun and good cheer. Ooh, enjoy every scoop. Ooh, every taste will get you up. We have flavors that you love, a combination special. Come along, enjoy your treats. This is Uncle Pete's.
What is television? It seems like a simple question, but television means different things to different people. We in the Caribbean are very unique people. That's why we need unique television. Welcome to M&E TV, where we showcase our lives in the Caribbean. M&E TV is about us, the special way we talk, the way we walk, dance, move. M&E TV is about me. It's about you. M&E TV is about our amazing Caribbean experience.
It's here at a newsstand near you. It's the Guardian Lucky Number Draw. Your daily chance to win $1,000 instantly when you purchase the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian. It's quick and easy for your chance to win. A unique number will be printed at the back of each Guardian newspaper daily. Purchase your Guardian newspaper, then join JW for the daily Guardian Lucky Number Draw, the winning number on just before the nightly news on CNC3. If the number drawn matches the unique number at the back of your Guardian newspaper, then $1,000 is yours. Just bring the winning Guardian newspaper and a picture ID to Guardian Media Limited. You have until 3 p.m. the following workday to claim your prize. It's the Guardian Lucky Number Draw. Your daily chance to win. NLCB approved.
Are you at home feeling isolated? Don't worry, we will bring the world to you. The nation's first and leading newspaper, the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian, is extending a special home delivery for 30 days for just $99. Yes, for just $99, you can get the TNT Guardian newspaper, the fastest growing and most read newspaper, most credible and highest reader value, and voted tops for best publication by more readers than any other newspaper, delivered to your home. It's easy to subscribe to our home delivery. Simply call us now at 225-4465, extension 4274, and speak to one of our customer service representatives, and we will bring the world to you.
Welcome back to the Arima Velodrome. It's the Ascension Tournament of Trinidad and Tobago. We're getting ready for second half action between Real Westfort United and AC Port of Spain. It's Real Westfort with a 1-0 lead, courtesy Sean De Silva in the 23rd minute of play, and certainly they'll be attempting to further that advantage against their Port of Spain derby rivals, AC Port of Spain. There's been one change to the Real Westfort team. Coming out is Akil Morris, and the player coming in, Josiah Joseph, to start this second half.
Yeah, let's see what kind of effect he can have on this Westfort team. Cummings playing the role of destroyer there, getting the ball up the pitch, losing out on that occasion to Che Benny. The ball is on the right side with Sadale McLean.
That was a tricky one there for Tion Brown in the Real Westfort goal to deal with. A cross that could have easily snuck into the top corner on his near post, but he did well to get his handle on it. And here come Real Westfort now.
Solid game so far from Tion Brown.
Certainly doesn't show those first game jitters. Jack Poon Lewis would have kept goal for Real Westfort for the previous 6 encounters in this competition, but they've decided to go with Brown today, and he certainly accounted well of himself. And there we see him scooping up that effort from Che Benny. So a brisk start to proceedings in this second half. Both teams trying to get themselves on the front foot. So far it's been AC Port of Spain, but here come Real Westfort already with a 1-0 lead. It's Karen Cummings aiming that one towards the substitute Josiah Joseph, but well dealt with in the end by the Port of Spain defense, but given away just about midway into their own half, and they'll find themselves having to defend again. This is Josimar Belgrave rather, trying to win a corner kick, but really robust and diligent defending there by Punanjaron. And the assistant referee somehow decides that will be Real Westfort ball, rather AC Port of Spain ball, in a throw-in to be manned by Kareem Eastman. He's being sent back. Referee Joel Cox ensuring that he doesn't steal any inches up the field. As you see on that far side, some families beginning to stream in here at the Arima Velodrome for this Saturday afternoon fixture. AC Port of Spain versus Real Westfort United.
A very cool afternoon at the Arima Velodrome. Good entertainment on hand. Here's one of those entertainers.
Che Benny gets it inside to Punanjaron, and this is Sadale McLean now. It's with the captain, Anthony Charles, but he gives it away, and now another one of those great showmen of Trinidad and Tobago football to another. Cummings to De Silva, to Can, back to Cummings, aiming at De Silva again, and it's a throw-in for Real Westfort United.
Yeah, that's a good sign there for Westfort. Cummings and De Silva playing much closer. Might have been addressed at halftime by the professor, one of the tinkermen in local football, great brain of the football game.
Ooh. And certainly one of his master-minded strokes almost paid dividends there. The substitute, Josiah Joseph, put through on goal, and he scuffed the shot, but he had Jadel Poon-Lewis scrambling a bit. And the man coming in at the far post there, Josimar Belgrave, was unable to get onto the end of it. And Real Westfort simultaneously unable to add to their one-goal lead.
Yeah, a bit of a half chance there for Belgrave maybe to sneak in and throw his body at it, but just too long for him.
So Westfort beginning to come into this one, and this is Josiah Joseph again linking with Belgrave this time, but the former Defence Force man went a bit too early, and it's spotted by the assistant referee on the far side, Roshan Daliram. So the offside certainly has given Real Westfort United some problems today, beating the offside trap of AC Port of Spain. We saw Sean De Silva twice running offside, although one of them was certainly contentious, and that time Belgrave unable to time his run to perfection, and the play called back. This is Prowell now for AC Port of Spain. He gets around Cornel Thomas. He had a chance in the first half from a similar sort of position. He opted to chip that one. This one, he was looking to curl it around Brown, but the Real Westfort goalkeeper just falls on it expertly in the end, again to preserve his clean sheet.
I think Brown deserves that clean sheet up to this point. He's been very solid like we observed earlier. But the finishing really needs to improve if ACPOS are to get back into this match.
Maybe his attackers could do him some favors on this attack now. It's with Brown, with Joseph again, and his looping shot aiming towards that far post. Poon-Lewis didn't seem to too bothered about it as it went wide of the mark. And already Josiah Joseph, the substitute, second half substitute for Real Westfort, along that right side of the attacking trident, looking to get his name on the score sheet.
The rhythm section being piped in to hype up this decent crowd here at the Arima Velodrome. As Brown takes his mark for another goal kick.
He aimed this one up towards De Silva, who's challenged by McLean. And Real Westfort come forward again. He's with Rondell Gibson now. His attempted pass is cut out by Michel Punandra, and that's an interesting duel so far in that midfield area of play. Ooh, that looked to be a really robust tackle there from Osei Charles. The referee didn't see too much wrong with it, and Gibson tries to drive Real Westfort United forward before eventually running into that ACPOS wall. And here comes Sedale McLean taking it the other way and all the way back to do defensive duties. Karen Cummings, and he earns his team a free kick in the process as McLean is flagged for pulling or tugging on the shirt of the man known as Ball Pest.
And he was good pest off the ball there to keep his team, or keep the other team honest. He's really taking to this deep lying midfield role this afternoon. Already has an assist to his name. A couple clearances in this second half, showing he's a real team player.
And that time willing to do the dirty work, tracking all the way back to keep Sedale McLean honest. And shouts for handball there. Referee Joel Cox not interested as we see the attempted cross coming in. And it struck the arm of Osei Charles. Some tongue-in-cheek comments coming in around us. We won't repeat them. In the interest of protecting the good name of this Ascension tournament of Trinidad and Tobago. We're live from the Arima Velodrome where it's 1-0 to Real Westfort United against AC Port of Spain. The Derby de Port of Spain.
Really good match so far. Both teams giving as good as they get. Westfort just in front. De Silva thinking he should have been in a hat-trick. He'll trudge over to take this corner for Westfort. Playing in a baby blue this afternoon.
I'm actually informed that this change in kit was requested by the man known as the Professor Ron Laforet. AC Port of Real Westfort rather would have previously used a green strip, and Mr. Laforet expressed his displeasure that the luck has not gone his team's way playing in that strip this season. Blue, traditionally a color associated with a favorable outcomes, and so far so good.
Yeah, just warding off whatever maljo they would have had in their season so far. The Westfort team trying to get that much more luck, trying to rebound from a 5-2 loss to Rangers, who will play in the second match this evening. Rangers, of course, coming up against a familiar foe in Russ Russell, coach of Central FC, formerly the goalkeeper coach for the La Hocketa Rangers.
So it's a family affair here at the Arima Velodrome. Certainly for that second fixture, the Terminix La Hocketa Rangers team would hope that their home base makes the short journey from La Hocketa to Arima proper. And so far, the crowd is building in anticipation of that one. And they've certainly, those that have attended early have come in for a treat here, as these two teams on screen, Real Westfort United and AC Port of Spain, have provided really good football for our entertainment this afternoon.
Yeah, match played in really good spirit, very open football at times. Both teams really striving to get that positive result that their seasons both require at this point. That man in your picture, the difference so far.
Not to call on the commentators cursed, but I think for all the really enterprising play we've seen, this game deserves a goal. Another goal that should be, and this is Sadil McLean cutting it back, aiming at Punanjaran, but a misplaced pass allows Real Westfort United to come forward. This is De Silva. He'll clip it over the top, aimed at Cordell Samuel, and aware and alert defending there by Malik Myries gets it back to his goalkeeper, Jadel Poon Lewis. This is a giveaway from Real Westfort. They're beginning to show some signs of complacency as they lead 1-0 in this one, but AC Port of Spain unable to make them pay for that as another errant pass eludes the man aimed at Che Benny. Michel Punanjaran certainly frustrated at himself for being unable to string that pass together that would have put Che Benny clean through on goal.
Yeah, there we see Coach Ron Laforet just possibly looking at changes as his team needs a bit of a refresher at this point. Subs behind the goal going through their warm-up paces.
just a correction for you, Jovan. He likes to be referred to as the professor and not coach.
Serious apologies to the head of the faculty at this WESTFORT team.
Certainly a knowledgeable man, so I can see why he would prefer such a moniker. And it's his lesson, as we see a brilliant touch by the man himself, yeah. And he's showing his players that, yes, can you do that?
How's your touch? He's asking.
How's your touch? Of course, Ron Lafferty, former Trinidad and Tobago international, former Defense Force standout.
Still a very capable player. We met him in a FET match a couple years ago. Very tough to handle. That shot just going well over from Mr. Benny. Another tough customer on this pitch. Hasn't gone his way just yet as we approach the hour mark. This first match between AC Port of Spain and WESTFORT at the Arima Velodrome.
And it's about that time in the match where if things aren't going your way, you tend to get down on one another, as we saw there. Che Benny called upon to justify his attempt at goal there. But if anyone could score from that sort of distance and produce something that would put the team back into the match, it's Che Benny, as he's looking to do here, linking with Prowell once again. Does well to find Benny. And Benny with a brilliant goal to beat Theon Brown finally. And AC Port of Spain have pulled one back. Great work there by Jaden Prowell, not giving up on the pass from Benny. He didn't take it cleanly the first time, but he chased it down, turned his man, and saw Benny making an incisive run down the channel, found him, and the little magician does the rest.
A really good ball from Prowell. He did well to keep it under control with defenders attending, and to pick out Che Benny, who had a lot of time and space to pick his spot just past Theon Brown.
Again, really good patience by Benny. He didn't rush himself. He's a natural left footer, but the chance fell to his right foot. He didn't overcomplicate things. Adjusted himself and banged it past Theon Brown in goal for Real WESTFORT United.
Yeah, and just as we spoke about him not living up to his potential in this match, Che Benny has proved us all wrong. It's the reason he's on the pitch and we're in the booth with mics in our hands. That reason is 1-1. AC Port of Spain and WESTFORT in the 61st minute. As the professor begins his machinations on the sideline. Looks to be
readying two substitutes here. One of them being Gary Griffith III. The other Ajani McIntyre. So Griffith III makes his entrance. He'll replace Cordell Samuel, while McIntyre will replace Rundle Gibson. It seems as though Griffith will slot in on that left side of midfield, and it's De Silva rotating inward to that center forwards position. More or less a false nine. He's not known as a natural striker, De Silva, but he replaces Cordell Samuel up top with those goal-scoring duties.
Yeah, and keep your eye on this creative core for WESTFORT. Moving the Silva center doesn't mean it's no more goal threat. It just means that he can create for the players around him. This ball is cleared by WESTFORT comes back the other way. Spoonanjanon looking to switch it all the way over to Dale McLean. So appealing for the foul, but here come WESTFORT with De Silva in a much freer role. Links up with Ball Pest. He's twisting and turning, teasing his defenders. Ball back to Ball Pest. Looking for De Silva. Will be an AC Port of Spain throw.
Of note, we have not seen that sort of cerebral link play between Cummings and De Silva in this second half, and hopefully they'll address that for the remainder of this one. Just about 25 minutes left as we see Gary Griffith III perhaps wants to put himself into some threatening positions as well.
Ringing endorsement from the professor a couple of weeks ago of Gary Griffith Jr.'s ability. This is his chance to prove him right. Score on top of your screen, of course, is 1-1. This match really coming alive. Poonanjanon linking up well with his players around him. It's the man that created it. A great turn. It's a lovely ball over to Che Benny. It's a good stop by Brown in the POS WESTFORT goal. My apologies. Benny just ruining his luck. Denied on that first post.
In the meantime, ACPOS have also tinkered a bit with their formation. Coming in, Kyle Bartholomew for Said Charles. Charles previously played along the left side, but Bartholomew has slotted in on this right side, number 11, as he's trailing Che Benny on this play. And it's Dale McLean has gone over to the left side and looking to make an immediate impact. On that occasion, only hitting the side netting. Brown had his angles covered anyway.
Yeah, and certainly the ACPOS fans thought that was the breakthrough for McLean. Good attempt. See him again making some space. Just finding that wrong side of the twine. Good attempt, good height. Brown seemed to have it covered.
So AC Port of Spain having to do some defending this time around. They've stuck to their guns. And they'll have a throw-in. It's Eastman to Poonanjanon. Back to Eastman, and he's looking to float this one up towards Prowell. Went in flying there. That looked to be a high boot.
As far as lone strikers go, I think Prowell has done himself proud this afternoon. Good hold-up play, good attempts on goal, and of course the assist for the Benny goal,
which was the equalizer in this derby of Port of Spain. It sees the scores locked at 1 apiece, approaching 20 minutes left. The AC Port of Spain head coach Walt Noriega And here come Westfort. This is the Silva to Josiah Joseph, the substitute. He's looking to turn his man inside out. He does so and floats a good ball into Belgrave. A good save there by Poon Lewis. And again, thwarted by the assistant referee's flag for offside. But Belgrave really should have tucked that one in. Tucked that one away more convincingly, but a good save by Poon Lewis.
Yeah, Belgrave just getting ahead of himself on this play, as you can see. Eagle-eyed from the referee. That's a wonderful floated cross.
Again, a really tight call. A tight call either way, but in the end, it sees the score remain 1 goal each. And Real Westfort United unable to take the lead for a second time in this one.
Would be a referee, Jesse?
Certainly not I. This is Cummings to Creed. Brings it in field now to Cornel Thomas and gets it back. He loses out though, poked away by Prowell, and is now with Punanjaran. He has the run of McLean on the outside of the left side, and he looks to fan 1-2. But can't get off a shot, and Punanjaran with a beautiful no look. It's Prowell looking to pull the trigger, but Cornel Thomas was there. And then Osei Charles to get it away. This is the other substitute for Real Westfort, McIntyre. Unable to connect with his forward players. De Silva looks a lonely figure up front there, unable to get any serve, but it's not to say that Real Westfort have not been able to fashion chances. A good one to Elijah Belgrave a few moments ago. Flagged for offside, and here is that man again, Belgrave, driving forward. He has De Silva on the outside, but goes for the shot. It's blocked.
Yeah, looking to make amends for that offside run. Belgrave, good attempt.
This game beginning to open up now. Chances on either end. This is Prowell. Picked out nicely by Benny, and now McLean joins the attack. Back to Prowell. It should be. It isn't. Oh my goodness, what a glaring miss from Jaden Prowell. He deserves a goal in this one, and I thought he had it there. Somehow poking that one wide. I think he relaxed himself. If you look at his approach, he had counted his egg before it hatched.
Yeah, it looked to be too easy for him. It's a very good approach play again. Prowell holding up, getting the outlet, and then just at the last minute, the decisive moment, unable to find that far corner. Excellent play from the centre forward though. He looks good for one at least this afternoon.
He should have had at least 2 already, but he'll have to wait a little bit longer. Will it come this afternoon? This is substitute now along the right side, looking to whip across in. Kyle Bartholomew unable to beat the first man, and it's being brought away now by Westfort. De Silva will give chase, but unable to find the required speed to catch up to that one, and it will be a throw-in instead for AC Port of Spain.
Yeah, De Silva just adjusting to his new role at the top of this Westfort attack. Here's another man who's been full of running, very creative, Punanjanan, escaping from that situation.
Actually does quite well to hold on to possession. He was swarmed by blue shirts, and now it's AC Port of Spain coming forward again with Benny. He gets around his man, Osei Charles, who can be rash. Benny goes down, but it seems as though he tripped over himself, and it's going to be a goal kick instead for Real Westfort. But again, beginning to express himself, Benny, looking to find himself in those pockets of space that will allow him to play the sort of pass that previously saw him allow Prowell to get through on goal, or even have a go himself, as he popped up making a late run for the equalizing goal. This is De Silva now. Speaking of late runs, he gets it to Belgrave, and he had more time than he thought, opting to go with a one-time header, and it's easily gathered by Poon Lewis.
Time and options did Belgrave.
Another probing run there by Bartholomew, brought to a halt and resulting in now a free kick for AC Port of Spain. Is it going to be a throw-in? A throw-in. This is the captain who's had a really neat game as well at the heart of the AC Port of Spain midfield, Anthony Charles. But Prowell just loses out, and now here comes Belgrave. On the outside he has Josiah Joseph, who's made an impression off the bench for Real Westfort and does so again, finding De Silva. But he can't connect with Belgrave this time, and it's Port of Spain bringing it forward. Charles to Prowell. He has the overlap. He's instead trying the outside of the boot pass aimed at Benny. And Real Westfort once more will bring it away. So things beginning to happen here. Both teams finding some space as we see Theon Brown towards the edge of his area. Really calm maneuver.
Good adjustment there from the keeper to clear his lines.
Shaquille Edwards with the AC Port of Spain throw-in. Down the line towards Bartholomew, but it's cut out. They get it back. Punanjaron. This is McIntyre. McIntyre looking to send Joseph on his way. Silva now, and he's pulled down by Punanjaron, doing the defensive dirty work. But again, it's not the kind of position you want to afford spot kickers such as, or dead ball specialists such as De Silva, such as Belgrave, such as Cummings, all of whom are interested in this one. They take it quickly, and this is De Silva almost on the end of it, but Poon Lewis has done really well in goal for AC Port of Spain today and does well to smother any potential danger at the feet of De Silva. Is back with De Silva now. He's trying an audacious shot, but the referee has stopped play. The whistle had gone. I was caught up in the audacity of it all, but the referee had already blown for an infringement against Shea Benny, and it's going to be a free kick to AC Port of Spain, which Benny himself will take care of. He'll aim towards this near side to Prowell again. They seem to also have a connection, these two, and Prowell does well to hold on to it. It's Bartholomew now on the outside, has Benny. Benny will line up a shot, and what a goal! A brilliant goal by Shea Benny out of nowhere. And just like that, AC Port of Spain has taken the lead in this one, 2-1 in the battle for Port of Spain. Real Westfort United thought they could have come away with 3 points at one point. They thought they had at least a point. Shea Benny has said otherwise and has taken all 3 points for now and put them next to AC Port of Spain. What a strike, Jovan.
Yeah, Benny just giving the keeper the eyes and getting the beating of him. Very solid this afternoon, Brown, but really couldn't do anything about that one. It was wonderful strike from Shea Benny to give AC Port of Spain the lead.
What a cruel, cruel game this can be. Brown had done so very well in his first appearance in goal for Real Westfort. Certainly deserves a clean sheet, but equally deserving of all that he's found today, Shea Benny. Just like that, he has a double that has put AC Port of Spain into the lead.
Yeah, and it's a long time coming for Benny. It's been showing signs of being able to set this league on fire. Finally living up to that promise. Prowell again. Over to Poonanjanon.
He gets it wider now to Bartholomew, who has switched sides, and it's a good ball looking aimed at Prowell. Brown thinks about coming. Instead, he allows Benny to weave some more magic and aiming at Prowell once again before Brown does come and gets two firm fists. Bartholomew hassled there by Josiah Joseph.
Yeah, Che Benny just really feeling it now. Those two goals would have done wonders for his confidence. Unable to pick out a play on that attempt. But really bossing the game now.
Bartholomew seems to be in some discomfort. Remember, he entered the match as a substitute, replacing Said Charles for AC Port of Spain. But he's seen grimacing there, holding on to his groin. And this is Sadele McLean back on his original side and unable to be as effective as Benny has been. It was Benny that put him through, but he had his eyes lit up there as he bore down on Theon Brown. And in the end, slices his shot wide.
Yeah, this game really coming to life for AC Port of Spain there. We see McLean going just wide. It should have been the safety goal for them. The AC Port of Spain support is well behind their team now, in good voice. These stands just behind us.
AC Port of Spain, they don't look done yet, but they'll have to do some defending here. Malik Myries being hassled by Joseph, and he does well, gets it back to Poon Lewis, who clears his line. It's with Creed now for Real Westfort. To Belgrave. Good run here by Cummings, who's come forward. What a save! And Gary Griffith III should have put that one away. Gary Griffith III with the chance of that he would have been hoping for coming off of the bench. Unable to pull Real Westfort level again. Instead, it's going the other way now. AC Port of Spain. This is Bartholomew with the Ronaldinho-esque spanner, as we call it. Unable to get by his man, though. Brendan Creed is as tough as they come. One of the better defenders of his generation, and shows just why. This is Griffith III now. He will be looking to make amends for the earlier miss. He cuts inside his man. Gets this pass now to Creed, who goes down. This is Belgrave, and Cummings in attendance. Repelled by the AC Port of Spain defense. Jovan, really this match is opening up, and I would venture to say that the goals aren't done coming just yet.
Yeah, GG3 as we'll call him, really having an opportunity there to get past the defense and get his team back in this one. Tough for him. Man in your picture right now. He'll be hoping to do better on his next attempt. He's being told to lift his head by the team captain, Karen Cummings. Belgrave takes this throw. As the goalkeeper, Jadel Poon Lewis, receives some treat. Poon Lewis just being attended to. His side seems to be the area of concern. Much needed water break in this 83rd minute of opening match of this doubleheader at the Arima Velodrome. AC Port of Spain leading 2-1, courtesy of Che Benny double. Second, you just have to see it. Stand by for those highlights post-match. As we await the AC POS restart, Belgrave with the throw. Player just hitting the deck, looking some sympathy from the referee, not getting it. This is a very precariously poised match. Just about 6 minutes plus extra time remaining. That man in your picture a short while ago, De Silva, getting the scoring started. 24th minute header. It's a great hold-up play again from WESTFORT, from AC Port of Spain, appealing for the foul. Was Prowell. It's Poonanjanon it over. Sadil McLean finding the hat-trick hero, the man on the hat-trick, Che Benny, unable to elude his defender. That 1-2 just cut out there in the WESTFORT box. Pumped right back in. Here's Benny again with options in the box. Goes for the shot. Straight into the hands of Brown. Tion Brown, Sadil McLean and Prowell were both in attendance, hoping to get on the score sheet themselves. This is cleared for a WESTFORT through. Noise around the ground. Going up a bit. As excitement reaches fever pitch for that second match. Here's Jadel Poon Lewis. Prowell helped out there. Here's McLean. Back to Prowell. Looking to turn, It's a long searching ball for De Silva to chase, but taken into Poon Lewis's hands. He will use the opportunity to soak up some minutes. His team is in the lead in the 87th minute. Referee just appealing to De Silva to be calm. He knows there's a bit of gamesmanship. Here we see the contact. Poon Lewis staring him dead in the eye. He's taking the barge. Basketball, it would have been charge. De Silva knowing almost instantly that there would be some time wasting there, but he's all right. This is cleared up from the WESTFORT defense. Saeed Charles looking for an outlet. McLean just losing out there. This is a Belgrave throw for WESTFORT. It's a bit desperate from them at this point. De Silva sticks with it and gets back the ball. This is a great opportunity. Touch just eludes him. Poon Lewis cleans up well and immediately finds Benny. Good service there from the goalkeeper. Straight out of the back. Poonanjanon. This kid is soaking. He's been up and down this pitch. A true box-to-box performance from him. Brown will claim this one easily. It's the last-ditch saloon for WESTFORT. They need to find a way back to the points in this match. AC Port of Spain looking well and truly on the way to breaking their 3-match points duck. Ball in from Sadil McLean is deflected into Brown's grateful hands. He again pumps that ball straight up to the top. There's no one there to collect. It's Cummings. Belgrave. Cleared again. AC Port of Spain not playing with the ball in that very dangerous area. They know things can go pear-shaped if they do. It's good control. Poonanjanon comes away with it. He'll have to be patient. Loses out there. Gets back at it. Wins the ball. Great football there from the attacking midfielder. He finds Benny. Has the beating of his man. Has the beating of the goalkeeper, but not into the back of the net. That should have been his hat-trick. Che Benny, he will rue his luck. Just looks to see where that ball would have passed. The ACPOS man of the match so far. It's a good interchange there from Belgrave and De Silva. Cross comes in, cleared. It's a substitute. Looking for an opportunity, doesn't get past. It's well cleared by the ACPOS captain. Westford know they have to find something. Ball is in. Cummings rightfully looking at the linesman. It's just offside. As we enter 3 minutes of extra time. Teams for that second game already going through their warm-up. Poon Lewis unable to pick out McLean. Professor looking very concerned on the sideline. McLean has worked his socks off this evening. His team deserves their lead. It's a goal kick for ACPOS. Won't be too much in a hurry. De Silva plays the role of ball boy. Spots it for Poon Lewis, who decides he didn't like that spot. Soaks up a couple more minutes as we enter the final minute. A couple more seconds, sorry, as we enter the final minute of time added on. Three defenders. Sadale McLean comes away with it. He'll head to the corner flag here, hoping for some contact, and gets it. Referee go sign immediately waving his flag. This may just be it for ACPOS. McLean taking his time with the ball. Another top performer this afternoon. Just losing out. Mr. Prowell should have had a goal. His efforts certainly deserve it. This has to be the last opportunity for Westfort to recover. Doesn't look like it will happen for them. Prowell finding Poonanjanon. Poonanjanon over to McLean. He's going to the corner flag as expected. That's it. It's the final whistle from the referee. Well-deserved win from AC Port of Spain. They add to their 3 points They're now on 6, and they break a 3-match losing streak. Tough match here for Westfort and their professor in charge. Both coaches exchanging pleasantries at the end of this one. But Che Benny really has to be man of the match in this one. Great performance from him to drag his team back into contention and to the 3 points. Athletic Club of Port of Spain winning this one 2-1 over Westfort, the Derby Day Port of Spain, as it was dubbed earlier in this match. Here are the highlights. The shot by Sean De Silva. First real opportunity for Westfort. His second attempt, or his second opportunity, will be the game's opening goal, a well-placed header off the first post and into the back stick. Poon Lewis with a couple nervous moments. This one surely would be ruled by De Silva. Thought he had his team up 2-0. Surely been welcome at the end of this match, but was not to be. Second half, Belgrave just short of that ball across the box from the substitute Bartholomew. Another good attempt there from Prowell, who had a really strong game at centre forward, lone forward. That shot from Che Benny, sign of things to come, arguing with his teammates and then justifying why he should get the ball again with this beautiful finish from Prowell. Great finish there from Che Benny. You see what it meant to him. Again, Prowell putting the ball across. Benny looking for another good save there by Brown. That shot into the side netting from Cedale McLean. And then this chance, golden chance for Prowell, let up. But he wouldn't come to regret that too much in the end. Benny helping him out. The beauty of a strike. Single-mindedness, beating Brown, all ends up. To complete the comeback, that shot by Gary Griffith Jr. was just that Poon Lewis could have been a share of the points for his team. Benny trusting himself in that sequence there. Bit of time wasting from Poon Lewis. This one would have been the hat trick for Benny, but he doesn't get it. No matter, they still win 2-1. We are going to the sidelines now to speak with the head coach of Real Westfort, the professor, Ron Laffery.
A match fitting to be called on Port of Spain derby. But in the end, it's AC Port of Spain getting the better of Real Westfort United and the professor, Ron Laffery. Professor, your thoughts on the proceedings here?
Yeah, good. What I saw tonight, I saw two different halves, you know. The first half, it looked like, oh yes, the game belongs to us, the first half, you know. So, our team, as I told them in the dressing room, second half, you know, the game played in both halves, right? Two halves. So, first half, we looked all right. Hey, they want nothing with us in terms of, hey, we in control of the game and stuff like that. But second half now, you see a different team now. Now, the second half now, you saw that East Port of Spain, like they wanted it more than us, more than us, right? So, this young team had to learn from this experience what just took place here. Right? Two different halves. AC Port of Spain, wonderful second half. I want to congratulate the coach, I want to congratulate the players. So, this is just a matter of, as I said before, bear with me, I'm trying to put this team together, you know, so we're still doing the work in progress now as we go along.
Just finally, Professor, tell me about the decision to use De Silva and Cummings as you did today as the main men pulling the strings in this team.
Well, all right, this is two experienced footballers, right? Two international footballers. So I decided to say, hey, look, what I looking at is the experience and the skills going forward, you know. The experience whereby the little younger ones around them, you know, they could kind of keep them upbeat in terms of, all right, this is the way we're supposed to go, this is the way we're supposed to play. So I felt good by bringing in the Silver and Cummins into the squad today.
And how does Real Westfort rebound from this on the next one?
Well, again, as I said, as far as I see, each game in the Ascension League, each game, the team's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. I think we are Deportivo the next game. That's the next strong team. So what we'll do again, as I said, we building, right? I'm still looking for 11 to say, well, hey, come and represent Westfort. I'm still looking for that. So bear with me. All right, give me some more time. I was trying to mix and match and see what best I could come forward to play against Deportivo.
Thank you, Mr. Lafferty.
You're most welcome.
Lafferty. Now we'll have the coach for AC Port of Spain to give his final thoughts on this match.
It is AC Port of Spain coming back from a goal down in this one to take the victory in the end, 2-1 in this derby, a budding derby. We hope, you know, your thoughts on you know, the effort to come back today.
All right, well, it is a long overdue win for AC Port of Spain. We've been knocking on the doors. We come off two terrible defeats, and we wanted to set it right that AC Port of Spain could compete in this competition. We just needed to tweak a few things and get the end product correct and the attacking third of the pitch.
Was this the right game for you? You know, two teams sort of equal in terms of their fortunes in this match, in this competition. Was this the right game to get that win that you guys have been searching for?
Yeah, well, all the teams in the competition that we meet so far competitive, and when we looked on the table, it was a game that we was looking forward to because I've known the coach personally, I know some of the players, and I know it would be a competitive game. And I feel the work that we did in training this week, that it gave us the edge to go forward to get the win tonight.
And what's next? You know, how do you guys build from this, and who do you have next, and what is the intention in that matchup?
Next we have Moruga. Yeah, they've been in a little trouble, but we're taking it each game at game by game, you understand? We're working towards the things that we're doing in training and trying to implement it on game day. So moving forward, we want to continue in the attacking part of the field, at finishing the chances that we're creating.
Thank you very much, head coach of AC Port of Spain, Walt Noriega, coming out with the 2-1 victory today over Real Westfort United.
Yeah, so thrilling stuff there from this opening match. And of course, one of the men responsible for that will be next on the mic, Che Benny, with a essential double, not only for him but for his team, to get them 3 points. They're now on 6 points, and they will hopefully rise up the table just behind Westfort, who are stuck on 7. Che Benny, of course, our man of the match for this match, will give his thoughts on the performance.
Today, man of the match in this AC Port of Spain victory over Real Westfort United. Che, not so smooth of a first half. What was the I guess the turning point for you and your team today?
We conceded early in the game, and as you can see, I was trying to get my players going. You know, I find we start off really slow today, but the turning point when we went to the dressing room, the coach told us, you know, we second to last on the table, and it's only we as players could get out do it and get out of there, you know. So we just said we're going to leave all on the field, and yeah, we came out with the 3 points. One of the other teams representing Port of Spain today, does that make it a little bit more special? Yeah, it does. You know, I played against my friends Ball Pest, and so it feels good coming out with the victory. Which of the 2 goals you scored today was your favorite? Was it the right foot or the left foot? No. I scored both with my left foot today. My second goal was the best, and I just want to thank God for it, you know. And how do you guys hope to take this momentum into your next game and the others to come? Well, we're taking it game by game. You know, first 3 points for the season. So, you know, watch us. We are coming, you know. Che Benny, AC Port of Spain, coming away with the win on the back of his double here today at the Arima Velodrome. Stay tuned to the Ascension Football Tournament of Trinidad and Tobago. Up next, it's Terminix La Hoquita Rangers taking on Central FC. Thank you.
Yes, my brother. Goodness.